Hey, welcome. If you're thinking about becoming a surrogate, the whole idea of travel can seem, well, a little overwhelming. In this explainer, we're going to break it all down, step by step, and show you how totally manageable this part of the journey really is. Let's dive in. So you're considering this amazing journey, right? But maybe there's that little voice in your head going, wait, what about all the travel? To a clinic I've never been to? It's honestly one of the biggest questions we get, but I promise the reality is way simpler than you think. Let's clear it all up right now. All right, first things first, why do you even need to travel in the first place? For most surrogates, it's just a normal part of the process, and the reason for it is actually super straightforward. Okay, so here's the deal. The intended parents, they've actually picked their fertility clinic way before they even meet you. It's one of the first big steps they take. And since a lot of the top clinics are in specific places, like Southern California, that just means you'll be heading to their clinic for the most important appointments. But here's the number I want you to burn into your brain. Ready? 2. That's it. Despite the distance, the whole thing usually boils down to just 2 main trips. Seriously, it's not this endless back and forth thing. It's just 2 really focused trips. Okay, let's talk about that first trip. This one's all about your medical screening. It's a really important step to make sure you're all set and ready to go. Here's what that day looks like. And get this, for most people, this is a total in and out kind of deal. It's designed to be super efficient. You literally fly in that morning, get your screening done at the clinic, and you're on a flight heading home that very same evening. Easy. And you are so not doing this alone. Your case manager is basically your personal guide for the day. They'll pick you up at the airport, they'll be right there with you at your appointment, and hey, they might even treat you to lunch. And if you have a super early start, no problem. They'll book you a hotel for the night before, so you're not stressed. All right, so you've passed the screening, all the legal stuff is signed. Now it's time for the really exciting part. Trip number 2, the embryo transfer. This is the moment it all happens, and just like the first trip, it is planned out perfectly for you. Now, what's really cool is that a lot of the prep work for this big day happens right near your home. You'll get a whole calendar laying it all out, and you'll do all your monitoring appointments, blood work, ultrasounds, at a local clinic. The main clinic just wants to see that everything is looking perfect before they fly you out. Okay, another super important number for you, 48. 48 hours. Right after the transfer procedure, you're on mandatory bed rest for 48 hours straight. And you'll do this in a comfy hotel near the clinic, just to give that little embryo the absolute best possible chance to snuggle in. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now. This all sounds great, but who's paying for all this? And who's booking everything? It's a huge question, so let's make the answer totally 100% clear. Yeah, really. The flights, the hotel, getting from the airport to the clinic. Who actually foots the bill for all of that? Is this going to cost you anything out of pocket? And the answer is, well, it's the best answer you could hope for. Everything is handled for you. Your agency arranges and pays for it all. The flights, the hotel, all of it. There are absolutely, positively no out-of-pocket travel costs for you. Your only job is to show up and focus on yourself. So you've done the 2 trips. You're back home. Now what? Well, this is where everything shifts right back to your own neighborhood, your own doctors, your own community. Let's look at how the rest of the journey unfolds close to home. Just look at this. It really breaks it down, right? On the left, you have the only 2 things you travel for, that initial screening and the big one, the embryo transfer. And on the right, that's everything else, all your checkups, regular OB visits, and of course the delivery. It all happens right there in your hometown. So the timeline from here is super clear. You fly home after the transfer trip, and then you'll get your blood work done locally to see if you're pregnant. And from that amazing moment you get that confirmation, you're officially handed over to the care of your own local OB. So what's the big takeaway here? It's pretty simple, really. The travel part of this whole adventure is small, it's predictable, and you are supported the entire time. Just 2 main trips, and you'll have your case manager with you every step of the way. So now that you know the travel is totally figured out and that you won't be on your own, that kind of frees you up, right? It lets you focus on the incredible reason you started thinking about this in the first place. The question isn't about the travel anymore. It's about what you want your next step to be.